Facebook, Twitter, Tumblr, Formspring.
I bet that all of you watching have a profile on at least one of these, if not more.
Social networking has revolutionised the way we go about our daily lives, with 1 in 9 people on this planet having a Facebook account alone. We use sites like these to connect with our friends in an extremely easy manner, but like with all things, it can be used in a negative and hurtful way.
Well, basically, one day I posted a YouTube video of a game that I was playing, and it was just showing like gameplay, and I got a comment off a guy that was at high school with me, and he was basically saying you're a bit of a geek for playing this game. And from there on I was getting comments and posts from quite a lot of people. It was getting a bit depressing. I didn't get to the point where I was wanting to harm myself, but it was getting to the point where I was thinking, should I play this game?
Cyberbullying is real, very real. It can happen to anyone, and it can have very real consequences. It can happen for the smallest of reasons, but the effects can be huge.
Before I came to uni, I was in a band, and there was this youth festival called Culture Shock, and every band is sort of like auditioned to see whether they'd like to fit the bill, and it's essentially a battle of the bands, and the top 2 bands get to play the main stage, and us and another band managed to get we won basically, but the other band said that we sort of cheated. Basically, them, all their friends, other bands that were friends with this band just started saying stuff on our Facebook and stuff like that, abuse, and it started off with them, I'd say, mostly trolling, as in them trying to say something smart, which is, I think, where the line is. You know, you get a lot of people that try and troll, try and be witty and smart and annoy the other person, and then there's just hurling abuse at people. You don't feel like you have any security or privacy anymore, because all our details were on that page as well, like our phone numbers and stuff. So they were texting us stuff as well, and with stuff like that, you can't physically escape from it, because you can't block you can block somebody's phone number, but you just can't seem to stop it, because if one phone number stopped, another one would start.
While I was in primary school, I used to get picked on for silly things like not smoking and not hanging out with certain people. And I finally got away from it when I went to high school. And the same girls continued to pick on one of my best friends, Megan, and in the end she ended up killing herself to get away from it all. They basically segregated everybody. The girls who'd pick on everybody else would segregate them, so they had no friends and felt like they were all alone. And no matter what you tried to do, you couldn't get away from it, because the teachers couldn't do anything. In the end, they can't stop what happens online and on Facebook and things like that. In primary school, I felt that after I left, it started to make me a better person, and it also made me feel partially guilty that I never actually went to help Megan, when we knew things were going on but we didn't know to the extent and the degree. So I felt I always feel guilty for not actually stepping in and helping her how I got somewhere myself. In the end, my mum stepped in for me, and despite Megan's parents trying to step in for her and helping her out at school, the teachers and the students couldn't really help her any more than what they were doing, and the girls continued to bully her over Bebo and Facebook and MySpace, and in the end she just took her own life, and it brought it all back home, what had actually been going on, and how most people don't understand that it is quite a severe thing.
I kind of stopped playing the game anyway because it got a bit boring, so it kind of died off. But if you don't retaliate, I thought if you don't retaliate to what they say, then they're gonna eventually get fed up of doing it anyway. So they just kind of gave up in the end, stopped messaging with it.
So we contacted the person that managed it, and he said, yeah, it was fine. He sent us an email, said it was fine. We put that on Facebook and everybody just stopped, because they realised there was no point having a go about it because it had already happened.
I was visiting Carnegie Mellon University about a couple of years ago, visiting the machine learning laboratory. I met a lady called Dina Samatis there, who's the director of the Networking Institute. They had a wonderful cyberbullying program, an outreach program, where they went out, they invited children and parents in, and they educated them about cyberbullying and the extent to which it was increasing and how to combat it. The programme was so successful there that I thought I would try and replicate some of that here at Salford to help the community. Obviously technology is heavily used and is probably the instrument by which cyberbullying occurs, but in actual fact the key issue is not technological. We had a very good speaker at the event, David Parrish from Loughborough University, who carried out various studies which showed that in fact it wasn't the technology, it was the social aspect of cyberbullying that was the key factor here.
There are many schemes like this going on all over the country.
If you think you're a victim of cyberbullying, here are 3 simple steps you can take.
Tell someone. Whether it's a friend or a family member, a problem shared is a problem halved. Call a helpline. There are many charities that offer confidentiality and a kind ear. Or better still, just ignore it. I'm Tom Lilly, and remember, stay safe guys.